Well, Sarah, we're really seeing the party rally around Harris tonight. So far, no other contenders have thrown their hats into the ring to challenge her for the party nomination. I spoke with multiple state Democrats today, notably Senator Richard Blumenthal, who just yesterday stopped short of fully endorsing Harris. Tonight, though, he joins a growing list of top Democrats, including those here in Connecticut, who are all pointing to Harris as the best chance, they say, to beat former President Donald Trump in November.
I think we face a real existential threat here, and Kamala Harris is going to make history as the first woman and the first black woman as president of the United States.
A day since President Biden dropped out of the 2024 race for the White House, support is growing for his endorsed replacement, Vice President Kamala Harris.
She is one tough lady, and she is going to carry this banner with integrity and intellect in a way that I think is going to set a real model for our politics going forward.
Connecticut Senator Richard Blumenthal fully endorsing Harris Monday after he stopped short of doing so the day before.
I wanted to give Joe Biden the respect, even reverence of a day on his own, but I am all in, and I think you will see the Democratic Party in Connecticut and all around the country extraordinarily unified as we have never been before.
That's proving true Monday as Blumenthal and other Democratic leaders say there's now a feeling of excitement and exuberance in the party, believing this historic change is giving Democrats a much-needed burst of energy.
I think there's no doubt that this country really likes it when there are next generation candidates on the ballot. There were a lot of folks who were frustrated. The same choice was being presented to them in 2024 as in 2020. I think you are going to see a lot more Democrats, a lot more women, a lot more people of color turning out for Kamala Harris.
Harris's campaign says it raised almost $50 million in its first day, with Democratic fundraising platform Act Blue securing nearly $67 million in contributions Sunday alone, the highest amount of single-day donations since 2020.
She said she needs to earn it. They're on the phones and calling. They have to get to all the delegates to get the delegate support. I believe she will be the nominee of our party, and we need to rally around her.
And the point Congresswoman DeLauro is making there, many Democrats have said they don't want this to look like a coronation of Harris before the convention just because Biden endorsed her. But Connecticut delegates I spoke with yesterday and today say Joe Biden is still the leader of the Democratic Party. This is still his party, and he has a lot of sway. Now, according to former Hartford mayor and current DNC delegate Luke Bronin, Connecticut's delegates will be joining together to meet tonight to try and get on the same page about unanimously endorsing Harris. Brent, Sarah.
Well, Emma, so if Connecticut's delegates decide tonight, right, to pledge their votes for Harris, what does this mean going forward? Is it going to change anything?
So we know that the convention obviously still not happening until August 19th. That's when Democrats, the delegates there, will decide if they want to really nominate Harris as their nominee for the top of the ticket here. So they're really focusing on optics. They want to try and come out in full support of her because while they want this to be an open and honest process at the DNC, Democrats also know they need to be unified but behind one solid candidate. And since no one else has really come out to be a contender thus far, they're really pointing to Harris. This doesn't officially change anything, but if Connecticut delegates do decide to say tonight they're going to pledge their votes for Harris, they would follow in the footsteps of a few other states, namely Tennessee, who have done this so far, which have come out and said, we're going to put our delegates behind Harris come the beginning of August.
All right. A lot to look forward to. Thank you, Emma.
Emma,
of course.
thank you.